Okay, today I have some very special guests. I actually have my wife's parents here, Joe and Pat.
Hello.
And hello. And they're going to talk some real estate with me. Now, they decided to do something unique and fun, and I'd say almost a little crazy in their life with real estate and adventures in their next chapter. So, without further ado, Dad, Joe, I'm going to let you take it away.
Well, thank you, Ron. Yeah, when we retired, we were sitting around our townhouse and dreaming of travel, and we thought, well, why are we doing that? Let's hit the road. So we took the assets from our townhouse, we sold it, and took the assets that we got from the townhouse and purchased ourselves our 33-foot travel trailer and our brand new 2500 Ram truck to pull it and hit the road. And we're debt free. We have no debt to anybody, to any bank, and we're just loving life.
That's right. And you've been doing that how long now?
We've gone 3 years now. We're into our fourth year.
And that's right. Because I remember when you called, and actually I helped them with some advice on real estate and selling townhomes, and selling your townhome and timing, and they pulled the trigger and went for it.
That's right. The timing was right. A unit right next to us had sold, and with an amazing profit above and beyond what they expected. And so we put our place up for sale, and within a month it was gone. And then everything started rolling, and we've just been having a great time.
We're living our dream. We are living life, not just existing.
That's right.
That's our motto.
And 2 years ago, we spent our winter down in Florida, right down to the Florida Keys, and watched the sunset on Malibu Square. And last year we were in Yuma. And then we decided to put our trailer in storage, and we traveled over to Thailand and Bali.
You were there how long?
Well, two months in Thailand and a month in Bali.
Which is amazing. So, and I'll link your Instagram if you guys do want to follow, but you can see some of their posts. That'd be amazing if you want to share, you can be selective.
Well, we're pretty to ourselves, so we don't post a lot. But one of the things that our travel does allow us, because of course, with the kids, they've moved to different parts of North America. Our oldest daughter lives down here in Olympia, Washington. Our youngest daughter lives up in Prince George, British Columbia. So by being on the road, we travel to visit them, and we just park our rigs in their yard, and it's called mooch docking, when you just live in their yard and mooch off of them. So
Now, and they've been on the road for, what's your favorite, let's do this. What's your favorite place? Since you've been traveling with the RV, you both must have a different favorite place.
That is tough.
well, mine, of course, we love British Columbia. We're Canadian, and British Columbia is our home. And of course, we spend our summers up in BC and in Alberta and other parts of Canada. But in the wintertime, one of my favorite trips was we went all the way down the I-5 to California, and then zipped across Arizona into New Mexico, Texas. And I love Alabama and Louisiana and the Florida Panhandle. That was absolutely gorgeous area, and I want to go back there again. So we're already starting to plan for that return trip. Another one we want to do is we want to do the Trans-Canada Highway, right from Victoria, dip our feet in the Pacific Ocean and travel the Trans-Canada Highway all the way across Canada, right to Newfoundland, where Terry Fox dipped his foot in when he did his Marathon of Hope. So we've got all these plans, and we're just, like you said, it's our dream, and we're loving life.
Yeah, we were meant to do this.
And they're living it. It's amazing to watch their travels. Brandy and I keep following them around where they're going, and it's really neat that they took the chance and they did it, and they sold their townhome, and they've just gone. Yeah. And they've been traveling.
We have no regrets about it at all.
No.
It was the greatest decision we ever made, and the timing was right. And we had Ron guiding us with real estate, so it was just perfect.
You know, and we couldn't do this if we didn't have the equity to do it.
Yeah.
And the equity we got to do our dream came from what we made on the sale of our townhouse.
Correct. Now, any advice for anybody that wants to do this?
Per carpe diem,
Yes.
seize the opportunity.
Seize the moment.
Because I'll tell you, I can't imagine getting up every day and just hanging around a house. I'm so into travel and it just keeps me young and active.
That's right. Well, because once you retired, that would be it, right? That's
Yeah.
okay.
We've seen so many people sit in front of the TV, and we don't have time for that.
They're watching life go by,
Yeah.
and we're living it. Yeah.
That's right. Well, because you go to campsites, so you spend average how long at each campsite when you go around in the RV?
Well, you know, it's good you mentioned that, because when we first started, we were hopping every day from one campsite to another. And then we realized that that was a little tiring.
Yeah.
So now what we do is we spend 2, 3, maybe 4 days in each spot so that we can unhook the trailer and tour around and travel. We take a canoe with us, and so we put the canoe in the water and paddle around, or we go on hikes. And in fact, from a weight aspect, I've lost 30 pounds since I've started doing this.
Congratulations.
I
All right.
know. I'm just so active.
That's right. All right. So anything they should watch out for? Any advice when they do this? If someone wants to do it, what would you suggest? I mean, I know you probably have 100 things, but
Well, one of the things is if you do start traveling RV and you pull into a campground and somebody else is trying to usher you into a spot, you listen to your partner. You don't listen to the person that's trying to direct you in there, because if something goes wrong, he just puts his hand up and says, well, gee, that's too bad. What we do when we're backing up a trailer is Pat gets on the phone and calls me through the truck, and she's directing me as to driver's side, passenger side, and we back up into the campground. So you don't need anybody else there to do it. So that's one of the first things we learned real quick doing this.
well, so I was excited to introduce them. I'm sure they have so many more tips. I love this. This was fun.
Well, thank
It
you.
was.
Yeah. So, all right.
thank you.
Any last words of wisdom to anybody listening?
Yeah, unlike our son when he travels and he goes 600 miles in a day,
That's so true.
you only want to do about 200 miles a day
When going from campsite to campsite.
from
Yeah,
campsite to
yeah.
campsite.
Yes, because we did a cross country during COVID, RV, Maine, Florida, and around. And we actually learned from them when they went off and did travel trailing. I still remember I learned everything from you, from unhooking the travel trailer to the septic pumping the water, because they've already been doing it. So we got our travel trailer and did our own adventures, and did some with you as well.
Yep,
We did all the way
absolutely.
Mount Robson, Jasper, Banff. And that was a great 3 weeks. And so I actually love that lifestyle. So I am extremely proud to watch you guys travel. And it's very impressive. They are not sitting around. They're active, they retired, and they're living life. And traveling not only through the US and Canada, but through the world.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, from here, when we leave on Monday, we're heading straight up to Prince George, and we're going to go camping with our youngest daughter and her husband.
That's right. And then from there, you're going all the way.
Northwest Territories and into the Yukon.
And fingers crossed we'll be able to make it into Alaska as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to make this video, because if you are thinking of selling and doing real estate and doing something like this, it is possible. And we see it all the time, but I don't think we hear enough of these amazing stories to see this.
We have no regrets.
No, and again, if it wasn't for the equity that we got out of our home,
Yeah.
we would not be doing this, because otherwise we were paying bills every month.
Yeah.
Now, the money's for our pension is money for us to play with.
Yeah.
Yep. Do it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
You're
Jill and
welcome.
Pat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good day, guys.
Bye-bye.